Hello again. Well, Franz entered his classroom. He took his seat, and after some time, when he got a little over his stride, then only he noticed certain things that was there in the classroom. Uh, at first, he noticed that his teacher M. Hamel was wearing his beautiful dress that day, which he used to wear only on special occasions like prize distribution days or annual days or inspection days. So that was something unusual. The teacher's dress is also described here. The teacher wore his beautiful green coat, his frilled shirt, and a little black silk cap, which was all embroidered. The next thing that he noticed that the whole school seemed very quiet. It was very quiet. It was very solemn. Okay, so that was also something different, something unusual. But the thing that surprised him most was to see he saw that the back benches of their classroom, which otherwise remained empty, that those benches were occupied by the elderly people of their village. Those villagers included old Hauser, the former mayor, the former postmaster, and many others. So these things surprised him a lot. He was very much surprised. While he was thinking about all this, while he was wondering about all these, he heard M. Hamel announcing that it was their last French lesson. Okay, he said that you must pay attention to the class today because the order had come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine from tomorrow. So this is the last class that I'm going to give you. You have to be very attentive. You will get your new teacher tomorrow, and this is your last French lesson. So we know that the name of the chapter, the title is The Last Lesson. So why is it called so? Because it was their last lesson in French. So when he heard it, it was like a thunderclap to him. He was shocked and he was sorry. He was sorry because till then he neglected his lessons. He preferred to go for seeking birds' eggs or going sliding over the river Sa. Thus, he neglected his lessons. He didn't enjoy coming to school. But when he learned that it was his last French lesson, from the next day he won't be getting any chance to learn his own language anymore, that made him sad. He was very, very sad. And he also now could realize why he saw the huge crowd in front of the notice board, because it was what had been put up on that board that day. It made him very, very sad. It made him forget about his teacher's rudeness also, because the teacher was his teacher M. Hamel. I think he was not very fond of his teacher because he was a strict teacher. Maybe he used to give punishment to the students whenever necessary. But now when he learned that his teacher also leaving that place, it made him forget all about his rudeness, all about his strictness, and he felt very, very sorry even for M. Hamel. Now he could understand why his teacher M. Hamel was wearing his special dress that day, why there was a huge crowd in front of the notice board that day, and why the elderly people of the village were sitting in the benches of their classroom. He understood that it was all because they wanted to show respect to their teacher who had been serving there for a very long time, and it was also a way of showing their respect for their country the name of their country. It's France, which was theirs no more, because they now belonged only to the Prussians. So he was very, very sad, and he could understand everything. While he was thinking of all this, he heard teacher M. Hamel calling his name, because it was his turn to recite the rules of participles. He was very, very afraid. He stood up. He tried to say the rules, but since he was not well prepared, he got mixed up, he got confused, and he couldn't continue. He was really very afraid, and he stood holding on to his desk. He didn't dare to look up. He thought the teacher was going to scold him like anything. But that day M. Hamel was very kind. M. Hamel said, "I won't scold you, little Franz. But you must feel bad, because see, this is the situation where we have come up. Now, you don't know how to read and write your own language, and the Germans, the Prussians, will come to you and say, okay, you pretend to be Frenchman, you say that you are French, but you don't know how to read and write your own language. So that is the problem now. But for this, only you are not to be blamed. We all are to be blamed for this, because we all neglected our duties." So the teacher, we find that the teacher M. Hamel was very kind that day. He didn't scold Franz at all for not being able to say the rules of the participles, because it was a very special day. It was their last French lesson. Thank you very much. Hope to see you in my next video. Bye-bye.